Why hello random people of the internet and welcome to my video. So if you're very perceptive, you might have noticed a difference in video quality. I don't know if that's the case, but and the reason for that is that I'm filming on my phone right now. It's not ideal. It's good quality, but it's not ideal in file transfer. And the reason I'm filming on my phone is because I filmed on a camera last time. I really love the quality from that, but I don't have a microphone to connect to it. So it was picking up background noise and it just didn't sound good at all. And I don't want that to happen in this video. If you would like to help me out on that, I do have a microphone in my wish list on Amazon right now. The link for that's down in my description if you'd like to, have a look, but totally optional. Don't have to do anything, just putting it out there. So I'm sure you're very curious as to what today's video is about. Well, considering it's nearing the end of spooky month and it's nearing the spooky day, I thought I'd do a little creepy, scary story time of something that happened to me about 2 years ago. So buckle in, get your popcorn ready, and all your snacks and drinks, because we're about to go. Let's just set the scene. It's 2018. I'm going off to do a 6-week field expedition for my geology degree, for my dissertation, up in the north of Wales in Snowdonia. So yeah, for my degree, which was in geology, I had to do a 6-week mapping project. And for this, I obviously had to have accommodation throughout this 6 weeks. I was in a group of 4 people, including me, so like 3 other people with me. And we managed to find this place on Airbnb, which looked really cool, and the woman who runs it is so lovely. It couldn't be nicer. We just messaged her to say, could we book this up for 6 weeks? So then we didn't have to worry about, moving halfway through our trip. And she agreed, so that was great. So I don't think we actually understood what the place actually was to begin with. I think it was only when we got there and we were introduced to the woman owning it. But turns out the place we were staying for 6 weeks was basically a done-up chapel. Now this was really cool. It was a lovely place. We were in the downstairs. We didn't get to go upstairs. I think that's where she lived permanently. But we stayed downstairs, and it was great. So my 2 friends decided to sleep in the bedroom. They put like a pillow down the middle to like section it off. And then me and my other friend, we were in the other room with the sofa beds, which I don't mind. I don't mind sleeping on sofa beds. It's not a problem for me. So for a long time, everything was going fine. It was going chill. We'd come back every day. We'd probably be out in the field from 8 AM until maybe like 5 PM. Maybe a bit later than that, it depends. It was summertime, so it wouldn't get dark soon. It was like at the peak of summer, so we had some very nice times chilling out in the evening when the sun was still there. It was a very nice trip. But some aspects were quite spooky, as you will find out. So we mostly used this place as a place to sleep, cook food, whatever, and in the daytime we would go out and map. Yeah. Although on the weekends we didn't always map. We usually kept weekdays for mapping and then give ourselves a break on the weekends. And one weekend we went over to Anglesey and we found an abandoned mansion. That was really cool. But back to the main story. So I think the first thing we ever noticed, there was this one night, 3 of us, including me, were in the kitchen area. I'll give you a little floor plan of like the setup of this like chapel, so you can get a better understanding. It should be right here, right now. So me and my two other friends are in the kitchen at this point, and my other friend is in the living room where we both sleep. I think she was on the phone with someone or was just listening to music or watching something. She wasn't aware of what was going on. Me and my friends are just chilling in the kitchen, talking, and then we were quiet for a while. I think we were putting things onto our map and making sure everything was right in our books. Then all of a sudden I hear my name called from like this side. I think my other friend was sitting here and possibly my other friend was here. So I turn and I'm like, yeah. And then I look back at my friend, this side, and he's like, yeah, I heard that too. And my other friend this side was like, I didn't say anything. So I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. So after this experience in the kitchen, I don't think much of it. Life goes on, you know, we're there to map and do different things, so it was like one of my last thoughts. Then I think it was a few days later, I was talking with my friends, specifically the ones who were sharing the bedroom, and my one friend said about how 2 separate nights he woke up and saw like a figure at the end of the bed. I don't know what it was doing, but I think it was just sort of stood there, like a shadowy figure. So that's fun. And then my other friend, who was also staying in that room, she one night had sleep paralysis and was like screaming, obviously in this state, but like no one else could hear her. So that's also great. Now, to be honest, I didn't really think too much into this. I was like, whoa, that's creepy. But I don't think we really discussed it further. I think we were just like, whoa, that's spooky. So not really much else happened from this point. We were just going about our days, mapping this area, and just chilling, having fun. Then something happens. So where we were staying, it had a little conservatory area, which was really cute. It was really cute. And one night, me and my friend are in there. This is the one who had sleep paralysis. And I think I had a colouring book, and I was just doodling or something. Everyone else had gone to bed, presumed gone to bed. And we're just chilling. I'm in my own little zone, just colouring away and, you know, just chilling. And then my friend kind of goes very quiet. And I kind of notice. And she goes, Meg, I don't want to startle you, but I just saw someone walk through the kitchen. I was like, that's weird. So we both get up and we're like, was it our friend? My friend being the one who saw something at the foot of the bed. So we go to investigate and find out where he is. And we go into the bedroom and he's in bed, like in his PJs. And that is not what my friend saw the person in the kitchen wearing. And there was not time for him to have changed. We would have heard him. So we were a bit spooked. Then we do the only rational thing, and I grab my geological hammer, she grabs a knife, we go around locking all the doors because we're like, well, it's a possibility that someone has broken into the house. So we were like, we don't want that. And as we're doing this, because we obviously told our friend who's in the bedroom, and then he's like helping us close everything, but then our other friend is in the living room, totally unaware to what we're doing. She just sees us walking in with our hammers and knives, like, ah. So yeah, she was a bit confused to begin with, and then we explained it to her, and she was pretty chill about it. I mean, I kind of was, but at the same time was a bit spooked. And then it's what the next bit did that spooked me even more. So when we first arrived at the chapel, our place of accommodation, we thought it would be cool to find out any spooky places or ghost stories in the area. So I think my friend put our location in and just put ghost story, you know. Very, very good journalistic style investigation there. We saw a few things, nothing too crazy or whatever. And we totally forgot about it because we didn't really think anything much of what we read online. That was until that night my friend saw someone in the kitchen. Not long after we told our friend in the bedroom, he started thinking back to when we looked up these ghost things, ghost stories in the area. And he was like, actually, a certain one kind of rings a bell. Your what? So he gets the website up again, and checks for this story that kind of rang a bell for him. And he like he finds it, and then he starts reading it out to us, and I get chills. I've got chills just thinking about it. Like, it was creepy. So he goes on to tell us about how the ghost sighting or ghost story is that it's a 6-foot man in contemporary clothing, and that is what my friend saw. Now, the reason she mistook whatever this was for our friend is that he is of a similar height, but he was not in contemporary clothing. He was in his pajamas, and he, to this day, says that he was in bed. Now the kicker. We see an address listed to this story, and it's across the road from where we are staying. At that point, I was very creeped out. I think we were all pretty creeped out, and weirdly, in the past few years, I don't know what it is, but when I get really creeped out, I start to like tear up. If you know what that is, you know, let me know in the comments, because it's interesting, but I don't want to be like visibly crying whenever I get creeped out, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much the story, the creepiest encounter that I've had. I didn't personally see anything, I heard my name, and I trust my friends with their stories. Like, I don't see why they would lie. So, I hope you enjoyed that. I sure did. If you'd like me to do any more story times, I could think of things that I could do story times on. I don't know if I really have any other spooky ones, because that's pretty much the extent of my spooky stories that I have. But I hope you have a wonderful Halloween, and that it's absolutely spooktacular. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments, because I'd love to get some other opinions on this story. It'd be nice. But apart from that, I'll see you next time. Bye!